Starting a new Minecraft world is supposed to be peaceful. You punch a tree, craft some tools, upgrade your gear, mine ores for armor, and maybe even build a cozy little house. But this isn't that world. No rules, no resources, not even a real landscape. Only ruins left behind by players who came before. For the next 3 months, I'm not only gonna attempt to escape spawn, but travel far enough to disappear from the map and build one of the biggest bases in the server history, in a world that is designed to erase everything. I'm Drin69, and this is how I survived 3 months on the most active anarchy server in Minecraft, 6b60. The first time I joined the server was on the 10th of September 2025. At that point, I was desperately looking for a good 2B2T alternative because, let's be real, I wasn't about to sit in a 12-hour queue. And after playing 6B for a while, I realized that the server was different, like way cooler, way better than most 2B clones. Maybe not better than 2B history-wise, but it was less laggy, just as active, and the community felt alive. The problem? I couldn't survive. For the first 2 days, I did nothing but die over and over again. Even when I managed to get a bit away from spawn, it didn't really matter. A player would end up killing me or I would fall to my death. Eventually, I made it about 4.5k blocks out. I took the +X -Z diagonal highway in the nether. I jumped into a random portal, and on the other side I saw it. A house, a farm. At that point I wasn't even using a hack client, so I didn't even know if there was anyone around. I walked in, carefully, hopeful, and then out of nowhere I got attacked from behind, and just like that, back to spawn. Later that night I managed to make my way back. This time no one was there, so I took everything and I griefed the place. That's where I got my first real set of tools and armor. Nothing insane, but for me it was a massive upgrade. For the first time in almost 2 weeks of playing, I finally had decent loot. My original goal when I joined was simple. I wanted to build, not grief, steal. But I would say this, if the people I griefed hadn't killed me on sight, none of that would have happened. Still, around this time, boredom started to creep in. There was nothing to do, no one to play with, so I started messaging random players, asking a simple question. You wanna build a base? So after days of texting people, and between getting ghosted, ignored, or straight up declined, I finally texted someone called Moti Rolla, and I didn't expect much. Honestly, I just wanted someone to build with. We talked for a bit, and then she said yes, and she TP'd me to a place millions of blocks away from spawn. Okay, now a quick lesson about 6B. Unlike most anarchy servers, there are 2 major commands that change everything. /TPA, teleport players to your position, and /home, set a location you can always TP to. And yes, I know that those 2 commands makes traveling way too easy, but me personally, I liked it. Instead, all of the base members have to walk millions of blocks, only one of y'all can do it, then he can teleport the rest. Anyway, back to what happened. She TP'd me to a plains biome surrounded by jungle and forest. At first, I had no plans, no blueprint, no vision, just one rule in my head. Whatever I built here, it has to be massive. So I started, then days and weeks passed by, and what started as nothing slowly became something real. The first main structure was a temple in the center of the base. From there, everything changed. The land didn't feel empty anymore. And that's when we give it a name, the monolith, but it was still missing something big. So I started working on a cathedral, a massive build. Inside it, 4 giant statues, each one honoring the biggest contributors to the base. But like everything on Anarchy, things never go as planned. I got distracted, and that distraction became the White Museum, a project that took me 20 days, maybe even more. From building the museum itself to gathering map arts, in the end we had over 3,500 maps inside. The place got so laggy that I couldn't even record there. As you can see, with no shaders, no nothing, I'm getting less than 20 frames per second here. Even one of the server devs came to the museum to try to fix the lag, and he couldn't. But here is some of the big maps that we managed to get. Most of the ones you've seen were obtained by trading, made either by me or Payto. So after finishing the museum, it was time to get back working on the cathedral, right? Wrong. The cathedral was postponed once again, but only for 1 day this time, and that day was spent building the 24th tree for the Christmas tree event last year, and honestly, seeing random players come from all over the server just to look at something you built, it was a really special feeling. Then came the dupe event. Me and Peto duped everything we would ever need. Enough resources to finish the cathedral and every other build we had planned. But that's when it happened. After spending the last 2 months building here, a problem I couldn't ignore. Something that sat in the back of my mind. Something that made me hesitate and question whether I even wanted to keep building at the monolith at all. And once you see it, you realize there is no turning back. I think you probably guessed it by now. Too many people started coming to the base, and we all know where that road leads. On an anarchy server, attention is never a good sign. Sooner or later, it only ends one way. The base is getting griefed. And because of that, I went back working on the cathedral. I wanted to finish everything as fast as possible, and by the end of this month, it was almost done. The base was so close to being complete, and that's when I made the decision. I decided I wouldn't build here anymore. I hated that choice. We had poured a huge amount of effort and time into this base, and walking away felt wrong, but staying would have been worse. And after everything we had built here, destroying it with my own hand felt impossible. So instead, I asked one of my friends, Volzeray, to /hotspot the base. And then, that day finally came. The base was over 3 months old, and this would be our last day here. In just moments, everything we had built would be gone. So we all gathered one last time before the command was run. Or at least that's what I thought was going to happen. Before the command was even run, one of the people who came just to look started to place TNT everywhere, and in less than 1 hour, the whole place was gone. And as much as I wish I had done more here, I think I still made the right decision. At the end, I really want to thank Peto for putting a huge amount of work with me, between building and trading maps and farming blocks, and Bam and George, who were really there from day one, through every build, providing anything I needed. And just like that, the Monolith chapter is officially over, and somewhere, beyond all the ruins, beyond what was lost, a much bigger chapter has already begun.